Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's do the final step, the three-step, to select a cost 100 unit. And as we can see here, I'm only missing Jaden, so let's get him. Just wasn't able to pull him from the standard pool, so I'll bite the bullet, get him, complete my collection. And I feel like a jerk for having all of the cost 100 units. In a previous video, I asked folks about their collections, and they said they had like 1 or 0 cost 100 units built. But I'm a collector, I'm also a YouTuber, and I'm also curious about, I want to, see all of the ways that the game goes. And I think Jaden is an important part of the landscape of the game, so I do want him. I feel like he's going to have a very long lifespan. He's light element for one, and then for another, he's kind of a weird combination of magic scale projectile attack that's hard to defend against. And I think he's a very good character to splash in other elements. Like, I feel like especially the cost 100 damage dealers are very easy to put into any team compositions. And then I have his card at 3 stars, and I have enough recipes for all of his gun, so I think fairly soon I will be ready with him. But let's go to the Mog Shop. Let's use some stars on him now that I have him available. And then I have 375 just sitting there. So let's get 25. Let's take him to Limber Break 4. And then from here I'll slow build him. I'll do like the barracks, I'll do the hard quests. I'm in no rush to get him because, again, I feel like he has a long lifespan. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens after January in JP, because we have the Crystal Fest, and then we have kind of like 5 cost 100 Fest units announced. It'll be interesting to see if they keep adding cost 100 units to that Fest, or if they go back to adding standard pool cost 100 units. But as things stand here, I have all of the standard pool cost 100 units, so that's cool. Okay, so there he is, Limber Break 4. Next, let's move over to kind of my account more generally, talk about how I'm kind of done with 2nd anniversary. Okay, here we are looking at the Vision card, the Final Fantasy XIV Vision card. This is probably the only one I'm going to get, or I had it to begin with. And this is kind of funny, but if we look at my history, I got this card very early. I got it even before Ifrit and Shiva, so that's kind of funny. But this one, it kind of doesn't have an equivalent in the standard pool, but raise light attack, and then also for light characters, raise dark resistance. This is kind of like the opposite version of Diablos, which is one of my favorite cards. And yeah, a lot of dark teams out there, so I can use light teams against them more easily. And actually, pretty good attack and magic value on there, so I could use it on either type of attacker. Alrighty. I like all of the other Vision cards available, but I have a lot of the skills on just kind of universal buff Vision cards, so I don't feel a super need to get any of them. So we'll save some currency there. Alright, and then these are the characters that I am working on. I'm not going to take Yashutra to EX jobs quite yet. I think she would absolutely murder the selection quests, but I'm happy with Miyu at level 99. But yeah, as we can see, we got Terra at 115, Locke at 115, and then Celes this morning I was able to take her to EX jobs. And then I can take her to 115 as well, but I need more of the Water Awakening materials for her board. What's funny is that I haven't really played with any of these 3 characters yet. I've been using them to auto-farm for stuff, like Gil or whatever, but I haven't really used them, and I actually haven't looked at their kits very closely yet. I've been hearing rumors that they're very strong. I've heard that Terra does really good damage. Somebody was saying that they were very proud of their Versus Magic Noctis build, but that Terra was just ripping him up. And then Locke, he's very evady, he seems to do good damage as well. And then Celes, I was doubtful about this at first, but I've seen some evidence that she might be the next Yuna. And then this is not surprising that these characters are so strong, because when a game hits an anniversary, it gets a lot of attention, and then also because of the very nostalgic, very popular Final Fantasy VI collaboration, there will be a lot of new players joining. And then one thing that they do for new players with the anniversary here is offer characters which are very strong, which can kind of jump you up so that you can be competitive both in farming for multi-quests, but also PvP. We saw that with like Yuna and then Tita last year. This year we're seeing it with these three characters. And then otherwise, I have Mua here, the slowest of slow builds, but she's another water character, so that's cool. And then Thancred, I can take him to 115 now. The next 2-3 days of login bonuses, I'll get the other remaining Mind Sphere, so I can take him to 120. And then I'll do a review of him. Apparently, Japanese YouTube has not been talking about him very much, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays out. And then Gilgamesh, he's another slow build, getting closer to job level 25. And then Jaden, he's still hanging out here. I had some of the 5 shard select tickets lying around, so I used it for him. And then Setia, another one of the slowest of these slow builds. And then, speaking of the Crystal Fest units, there will be another one coming out the 1st, the ice one. I'll do my usual thing while I do the discount pulls. Knowing my luck, I'll probably pull Lana from those. Okay, that's kind of an update of my account. That's the fallout from the 2nd anniversary. It wasn't too much damage to my bank account, so that's good. That's helped in part by just taking the Final Fantasy VI characters to 115 rather than 120, and then skipping a lot of the vision cards, and then not pulling for Chaos Odin, and then only going to the ceiling for one of the characters. Alright, in the next few days I want to actually start using these units. Maybe do some like arena showcases or stuff like that. Alright, thanks for watching and we'll see you again. Take care.